Ladies and gentlemen, Eid Mubarak from me and Hada. We hope you have a lovely, blessed day with your family and your friends and your loved ones. We hope you ate loads of food.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh my God, I ate loads of
We
food.
also hope your fasts, du'as, prayers, all your ibadah was accepted.
Ameen.
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 There we go.
And we are all thriving.
Thriving, striving souls.
Literally. Anyway, shall I go straight in? Assalamu alaikum. I'm not sure what to do with what I've learned about my husband's past. For so much needed background information, I married my husband 2 years ago, and truthfully, I can't imagine myself not having him by my side.
Oh,
cute. But I should let you know my husband is a Revert who found his way to Islam about 5 years ago, and of course, I know not to judge him for what he's done before he was Muslim. His family openly welcomed me, even though they never agreed with his decision of becoming Muslim.
that's really nice.
Yeah. The one member of his family who was always advocating for my husband was his older brother. Nevertheless, my husband and his brother just had a falling out and they are no longer close. Since the matter is private, I won't go into detail, but a week ago his brother contacted me out of the blue and started accusing my husband of being a different person than I had previously believed. Then he disclosed to me that my husband was bisexual in the past and was never actively trying to keep it from me. His brother said he felt guilty for keeping it from me and he thought it was something I should know. Even though I was already confused by the news, he instructed me to type a name into his phone's search bar, which I did. That was my husband's porn name.
No. What the fuck? What the hell? Continue.
I hung up the phone right away because I was so distraught after learning this. I know it was haram to look at these videos, but I was too curious. I had to see everything. I watched and what my husband was engaging in with both men and women. I'm not sure what to do with this information at all. I love my husband and I know he loves me. I just can't understand why he wouldn't tell me this. Now I'm torn because not only is my husband lying about his sexuality to me, but also the type of sexual intimacy he was engaging with was totally out of the norm for what we're currently doing. It's like I've learned a new side to my husband and I'm so scared of losing him, but this is a huge pill to swallow and I'm not sure how to bring this news up to him. Yeah. Okay. You know what, I'm going to be impartial. He's reverted. It's 5 years ago. Now, the good Muslim in me would say that Allah's forgiven him for all his sins and he's come into the religion, he's brand new and he's like amended his ways. And from what I can see, I don't think he's doing what he was doing before. Right? So I don't think you should judge him. However, it is a huge pill to swallow. I don't think I can look at him the same way again.
No.
It would take me some time.
Also, she's seen images. Those images are going to be etched in her mind for
Do you know what I mean? That will ruminate. Every time I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thinking about that situation.
Also, that brother is such a little asshole.
Literally.
Why? What, just because they had a little tip, he's now going to air out all his dirty secrets from his past?
And that's a big dirty secret. That's not, you know, my husband used to shoplift for some Milky Way.
Yeah,
That's a big secret.
That's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? So I just think that brother's a bit spiteful, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because he knew the reaction. And like, say the secret, cool. No, it's not cool, but say the secret. But why show her images? That is vindictive.
It's very spiteful.
I think you need to run away from that brother. There shouldn't be any closeness with that brother. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I think? He's been Muslim for 5 years. This was done outside of the remit of Islam. In that time, he's had all his sins forgiven. In the 2 years that they've been married, if their relationship has been nothing short of perfect, then she needs to lead with that. Do you know what I mean? She can't, because this was done before. I know it sounds crazy, but he's been forgiven for this. Do you know what I mean? The slate has been wiped clean for him.
Yeah.
If he's been a good, dutiful husband to her in that time, and there's been no instances where she's, you know, been paranoid about what he's up to, or she feels that he might be falling into the same things again, then I think leave it alone. But at the same time, the demon in me is saying...
the first thing I would do is go up to him
and say, are you gay? I would say, are you gay? Just tell me now, because I need to know.
Are you non-binary?
Yeah, I need to know. Do you think about men when you're... You know what I mean?
Are you in the group of LGBTQI+.
She has to talk to the husband ASAP.
And also, it's a little bit triggering for me that he wouldn't share that piece of news with her before they got married.
Yeah, that's quite big. That's something that I would say. If I was a man and I married you, I became Muslim and I married you, I'd be like, babe, before I was Muslim, I used to do some mad stuff. This being one of them. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I would tell you that because
I think I would die with
I can see why he didn't tell her.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why he didn't tell her.
Me too.
But also, we have to remember the hikmah of Allah has fallen upon this man. He's been rightly guided. So,
you know what it is? If he was the only one that knew about it, I would die with it.
Yeah, I would never bring it up again, but the brother knows.
The family knows.
And they could literally dangle this little carrot over my head for the rest of my life.
And what's annoying me is the fact that they know and I don't know, and then he's just basically used this as a bomb to create a wedge between me and my husband because they're fighting.
I think the most hurtful thing is the fact that she had no clue.
Yeah, and I think he should have told her something.
Not what he used to do.
they've been married for 5 years, come on now.
No, 2, I think. 2, but he's been Muslim for 5.
Oh, okay, so they've been married for 2 years.
Yeah, the worst part for me is that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it was like full disclosure before you married me, you told me everything, at least then I can be like, right.
And I would even say, even if you didn't tell her when they first got married, I can understand that.
Bisexual means both.
Yeah.
Right? So he can still be fully attracted to her. They can share a wonderful life together. Actually, I don't think, maybe he's not even bisexual anymore. Can you unbisexualize yourself?
I don't know. Sexuality is a very nuanced thing.
Maybe it's one of these things that he's being tested with, but he's not being open about it. If that's the case, he needs to be honest with her. If that's what's happening in the marriage now. But if there's no...
I don't think she's never felt, in this email she said that she's never felt like she's shocked because she's never felt that side of him.
Yeah, well,
so it's like this man's dropped the bomb on her, and now she's feeling like, whoa, like I'm seeing a different side to this man.
And you know, going forward, she's gonna start picking at things.
Exactly.
And then she's gonna looking at his actions and being like, he's probably doing that, or he probably isn't doing this because, do you know what I mean? Maybe he's not showing me affection because he's into men, or something like that.
Yeah, it can confuse things. But also, she'll also be thinking, what else is he lying about?
What else was he up to? What was he doing?
Like, she could be with a murderer and she doesn't even know.
Do you know what I mean? What was he doing in Soho? At 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
What's going on? Anyway, okay, moving forward, what do I think? I think the way to handle this...
They need to have a chat.
Yeah, she needs to... I mean, if he hasn't, what is that saying when you...
Draw the line.
Yeah, if he hasn't drawn the line and spoken to her or like cracked down on the situation, he needs to have, be a big man now.
No, he needs to have a massive conversation with her about...
Are you going to say something else?
Which way he's leaning.
Yeah.
If he's still leaning in... Do you know what I mean? Because it could be really innocent in that it was something that he dabbled in and then never again did again.
He could be straight again, you never know. He can never have any feelings for men. Maybe he just did it because he needed to make money. She needs to have a conversation with him and to understand what his sexuality is right now.
Yes.
Just so she can get her head through that, because I understand it's all fair and game for him to do what he did beforehand, cool, but obviously you are married now, you came into a marriage, convincing someone that you are straight, that you're upon the path of Islam, blah blah blah, and then for her to find this out, it's going to be a bit shocking, so she needs to get the answers.
She needs to get the answers. You won't get the answers, Sway, but your husband does. Listen to me very carefully.
Quite literally.
They need to have a chat. They need to have a chat, and then she needs to. The thing is, I feel like nothing is amiss, really and truly. I feel like this is something that he did when he was young. Yeah. Probably repented for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Became Muslim, repented for it, got married, settled down. Yeah. He's been in this relationship now for 2 years, plain sailing. I don't think anything's amiss. I think things are fine. They just need to have a conversation about it because it is something that you would bring up. Within the span of 2 years. It's something you would say.
Have the courage to bring
You would say, babe, once upon a time.
I dabbled in this.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Not anymore though.
But not anymore. I'm devoted to you. You my one, my sun, my moon, my earth.
I
mean.
And there we go. But one thing she has to deal with is she needs to deal with that trifling man.
That spiteful little brother.
That's who she needs to deal with.
The husband needs to deal with him and all.
This might be AI, you know. He might have just like created this whole thing.
And also she needs to deal with the footage as well. The footage that's out there.
Yeah, that needs to get deleted.
That needs to, wherever that footage is, that needs to be taken down, reported, deleted, banned. Because that isn't going to.
Do you think he even knows? Bless him.
Yeah, that's not going to be helpful.
And this brother's weird. Why are you searching up your brother? Like, you know,
Why are you going to do life and saying Google this right now? Then you will know the truth.
What a vindictive little man.
I know, that's so horrible. That is not a good brother-in-law.
You know who he reminds me of? That guy that was a rat in Harry Potter and then he became the man again. What was his name?
Peter Pettigrew.
That's who he reminds me
He's
of.
a little weaselly Peter Pettigrew. That's what he is.
He's a Peter Pettigrew.
Oh, I hate Peter Pettigrew.
Me too.
Do you know who reminds me of Peter Pettigrew? Oh my god, I can't even say this on camera because it's someone we know. I can't say it. I'll say it to you. But yeah, no, I feel really bad for her because it's so hurtful to discover something like that. And I just feel like, you know what, sis, be patient. There is probably a really good reason behind this. And don't be angry when you speak to him. Be completely calm. Make it a safe space for him to open up to you because it sounds like it's something really
and you know,
sensitive.
Can I just say, the way she deals with this, like, it needs to be very sensitive, like you said. You can't just react like all Somalis do. Oopsie daisy. You can't just react like everyone does.
So like, you can't get their das and start throwing it. Well, pack your stuff.
I know, you've got to be gentle.
Very gentle, because this is coming from his core. This is coming from, it's coming from his past. B, it's coming from outside of the remit of Islam. He wasn't a Muslim then. And C, it could even be something that he's like really embarrassed about. That's probably why he didn't tell her. Like, he probably feels shame, guilt, all
like
these
he's on a porn
things.
website.
That is well embarrassing.
That's intense. That's embarrassing. But all in all, he should have told her earlier. But darling, I would say don't have a conversation with him. See how it goes. You need to cut that other trifling brother out of your life. And just support your husband and see if you can move on from this. Also, a little bit of therapy, couples therapy to communicate this in a safe space, I think would be helpful.
Without you kicking off.
Exactly.
I would kick off.
Because you have a neutral person. You'd have a neutral.
You're telling me you were with men before you were with me?
It's not even the men part for me. You're telling me my husband's on a porn website.
It's on Pornhub.com.
Oh, lords.
I'm going to say, well, yeah, on Pornhub, blah, blah, blah.
Delete the video.
Cut Nasha.
These two girls on TikTok, yeah. It's Ikram, the model, and her sister. Have you seen the way they do the accent? And then the sister's got a really good mum accent. She goes, brother, you have to listen to the government. Just makes me laugh. Imagine she was...
Is that a real Somali mum accent?
I think so.
Do you think?
Brother, you have to listen to the government. Your mum, she's been here for a while.
Yeah. So I can't really
You haven't heard the proper one.
I'm thinking of Hagat Ibada.
I've never heard her speak.
Listen, brother. She says,
brother.
Listen, brother. Let me tell you something right now. Today, I went to the shop. I brought cleaning. I brought cooking. And I came home. Tomorrow I go to the doctor. Like, that's what she told me.
Yeah, that's how this girl. I just love her accent. She goes, brother, I will take you to the government. Brother, you need to take the video off Pornhub. كتر ماشي وفلتي وحاس. You know what I don't like? It's when people who are Muslim, who are experiencing this, people shut them out.
Shut them out. ويكسر عن دينك ويكسر عن وطنك ويكسر عن lifeك.
And I just want to say, and I'm going to be so thorough, yeah, إلهي متهد, number one, you don't know this person's deen.
I'm sorry, people need to be a lot more compassionate towards Muslims who are experiencing these feelings.
Exactly. دينك كمسار
كرتب.
And you cannot attack them for feeling the way they feel.
Exactly. You can advise. You can help them. You can
and listen to them. Why can't you listen to them? Have empathy.
Exactly.
Why is everything... And you know Somalis are the biggest trolls on the internet.
I think that trolls don't see internet personalities as real people.
No.
They just see them as ones and zeros. And that if they see something, it's like, right, I can just comment. But they don't register that this is a real human being with thoughts, feelings. This is, do you know what I mean? They don't see people like us as human.
It's annoying because
they just see us as targets. We need to drag her down. There's so many things do you know what I mean? So many slips I've had on camera. Imagine someone made a compilation of Cultorn slips. Guys, don't even bother getting any ideas.
No, but like I'm thinking about the trolls now. Like if I came to your stinky little room right now, yeah, and I saw your shit little life, yeah,
and your dirty sheets,
and your dirty
and
sheets,
your nasty little plates all over
your
floor,
room, and your
and the crumbs from the
side.
flipping pizza that you ate last night.
And imagine...
And the same underwear for 7 days.
Your laptop keyboard will suga kutala. There is sugar stains on your laptop.
I think
I'm sick of them.
I feel like trolls don't go outside in the
They
daytime.
don't.
They have no oxytocin. They have no serotonin. All they see is the screen.
Honestly, get a life. You know the amount, and you know that's triggered me now. The amount of trolls we get, the amount of men that are forever. You shouldn't be online. You shouldn't.
We're going to be online for the rest
forever
of our lives. The oversharers will live on
forever.
Someone's going to take over from us. I'm already prepping my guys.
Do you know what I mean?
Two lucky people after we get old and frail are going to take over the
oversharers. Honestly, we're going to
So you know what, trolls? Get used to seeing that sign.
Because that sign's going to be up. We're going to franchise. We're going to be in Somalia, Muqdisho, Hargeisa. The sign's going to be everywhere.
Everywhere. Billboards, buses, the lot.
And you know what? You'll be reminded of us, I tell you that.
And you know what? You'll still be in that same dirty bedroom with your dirty sheets and your dirty stinking underwear.
And your sugar stained hands. Enjoy. Okay?